Welcome. In the previous video, we have seen how to measure inductance, or basically we understood the concept of self-inductance and mutual inductance. So, in this video, we need to find a mathematical expression for inductance of a solenoid. So, solenoid is a common electric circuit which you have come across in many physics classes, right. So, solenoid is basically constructed by wounding some coil on a core. So, as you can see on the screen, I already have a solenoid with me which is constructed by wounding conductor, current carrying conductor over a core. The length of the solenoid is assumed to be L, small l, and the current flowing through it is labeled as capital I. So, there are this many turns. As you can see in the figure, the turns looks to be countable, but there are many turns around this core. Okay, so there are, we can say, n number of turns. So, I am assuming that there are n number of turns, current flowing through is capital I, and the length of the solenoid is small l, and the cross sectional area of this solenoid, okay, even though in this figure it appears to be flat, it is going to be having some cross section, because the core is usually going to be circular or rectangular or whatever, but I will have a cross sectional area. Okay, so let me notate all that, denote all that. So, first as I told, the length, okay, the length of the solenoid is L. So, L is the length of the solenoid, and N is the total number of turns, and I is the current flowing, through the solenoid, through the coil forming the solenoid, and capital A is cross sectional area. So, please remember that it is a cross sectional area, okay, cross section area. This cross section area depends upon the size of the core, which core you are choosing, what is the size of it, okay. The length of the solenoid also depends upon the size of the core, okay. So, keeping these things in mind, what would be the total flux linkage? So, I am interested in finding the inductance. So, inductance is total flux linkage to the total current flowing, right, that is a ratio. So, inductance is the ratio. So, I need to find the total flux linkage. So, total flux linkage is given by lambda. So, lambda is nothing but the total turns multiplied by total flux. So, you can write it as phi also. So, but to be specific, since it is magnetic flux, I am just indicating it as phi m, nothing wrong representing it as phi, because we know that we are talking about magnetic flux. Okay. So, I get the total flux linkage n into phi. Now, I'll try to extend this idea of magnetic flux into magnetic flux density, or I'll try to write or substitute phi m in terms of magnetic flux density. So, I know that magnetic flux density in general is the total flux divided by area. So, phi by A will give me B. So, since I have here phi, so phi is nothing but B into A, right. So, here A is nothing but my cross sectional area. So, taking that into consideration, lambda can be written as n into B into A. So, I just substituted for my magnetic flux phi n into B into A, and you know that B can be written as mu into H. So, I write it as mu H A, where H is magnetic field intensity, okay. So, magnetic flux density is permeability into magnetic field intensity. So, substituting that, I get mu H A. Now, to continue with the derivation, you should be able to know that, or you should be able to remember that the magnetic field intensity due to solenoid, considering only the magnitude. Okay, the magnetic field intensity due to solenoid is given by the expression n into I divided by length of the solenoid. So H is Ni by L. So I'll use this result in this equation. So lambda becomes n mu times Ni divided by L, right, into A. Now I have two n's here, so combine them to get n square mu I A by L. So this is my lambda. So this is the total flux linkage with this particular physical structure of solenoid. So my invention was to find inductance, right? Agree? So the inductance of solenoid can now be derived from the definition of inductance, that is L. L is total flux linked by current producing it. So lambda by I. So considering that, I write this as mu n square I A divided by L into I. And as you can see here, this I cancels out, so that I get my inductance as mu n square A by L. Okay, so this much Henry is my inductance of a solenoid having n turns, cross sectional area of A and length of L. See, now it's very straightforward. If you find, or if you want to find inductance of a solenoid, you should be provided with informations like the solenoid is made up of how many turns, that solenoid is having how much cross sectional area, and what is the length of that solenoid, and what is the permeability of the core medium. So permeability of the medium, because as I told, the magnetic field is going to link with each turn, and basically it says that the magnetic field is traveling through the core or through the solenoid. So the permeability of the core matters. If air is taken as core, it becomes a basic inductor, as you know. And if I insert some dielectric medium to make a solenoid, as you can see on the figure, then the permeability of that medium matters. According to that, the inductance will vary. As you can see in the equation, the inductance is directly proportional to permeability of the core. So more than or along with other physical parameters, permeability of the core also matters. So this is about inductance of solenoid. Thank you.